Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We are in episode 3 of the Peaking Ladder series. And once you've gone through that process of having a successful contest prep, and the end of that has hopefully included a metabolic building phase, so you're really setting up your peak week, the next thing you have to do is plan every single variable of the week. And this can go down to the minute details of, you know, what day are you traveling? Are you going to be able to do some cardio when you get there to kind of loosen back up after maybe a long flight or something? Are you going to get your food, you know, on site? Are you having it delivered? Are you packing it all? How do you get that through, you know, the airlines? I mean, every single little detail, but even down to what kind of a loading method are you going to choose? So I know we talked about this, Adam, but when you are planning a peak week for a client, what's almost in your mind, those boxes you have to check, you know, questions you need answered? What are you going through step by step?
Yeah, some of the first things I go through, aside from just food alone, might be what muscle groups have they been hitting last, because I might want them to do glutes, but it's Friday and they've maybe already hit those, so they might not train glutes all week. Or maybe a guy has hit legs already, where usually I put that in the front end of the week. I might just let him bypass legs for the rest of the week, and that could change my loading strategy. So definitely flight and travel makes a difference. Where they're going to buy their food, are they going to bring it through the airport? Also making sure they're not cutting it close. Some people don't schedule their travel wisely and they're landing like right when check-ins start. What if there's a delay on your plane? You might not get to compete. So these are all things you need to consider with somebody and make sure they're not cutting it close, because the biggest thing is getting there to be able to compete. You could have the best peak in the world, and if you don't make it on time, that's not good. Also with that, making sure water is in a good spot, making sure that they haven't maybe heard any myths, like they're planning on cutting out their creatine because somebody said online to do that. Making sure we have a good list of what supplements they're taking, and you know, making sure that they're drinking their water, how much water they're drinking a day, how much sodium they're consuming, and teaching them to kind of keep that consistent and keep an eye on that. A lot of times I kind of teach clients how to track sodium a week or two before, because it might be something they're not actively watching as much because they've just been in a really good flow.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same lines. When I'm going through a checklist with clients planning their peak week, I'm going through the same things. You know, how much water are you currently drinking? What's your baseline sodium like? Does that fluctuate? Let's actually go through your individual food sources, because not only do I want to make sure that things are staying as similar as they can, but we have to plan for what may or may not travel well. So if we're going to have some changes of food for that reason at the end of the week, we might as well get your body used to it during the week. I'll go through some planning things like, you know, give me the stage ETAs. You know, what are the show time start, you know, slots for you, for your divisions? What's the order of events? Let's go through that so we can anticipate. You know, we think you're going to be on stage between maybe 10, 11 here, but then you got another class here. These are all things that you should really start gathering ahead of time and start thinking through, because the next stages of planning the peaking ladder are going to be really filling in some of those variables. So any final things that you can think of, Adam?
I think predicting show day time is the hardest, because it changes so much. I had clients do the Dallas Europa. Their backstage meeting for specific competitors was at 10 o'clock. They did not go on stage until 6 p.m. And I didn't even come close to planning it out that way.
No, that would be a tough one. I've seen that at Worlds too, where you know, your prejudging is supposed to end like at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and they're still on stage at 6 or 7 at night when the finals are supposed to start. But all right, guys, so that is the first 3 rungs of the ladder: getting your contest prep completely solidified and successfully concluded, transitioning over. Now step 3 is getting every single variable you're going to need at least within your grip so that you can plan the rest of the week. And now episode 4 through 10, we're going to be talking about some of those small details. So we will catch you guys next time as we get up to the 4th rung of the ladder.